So, this second practice is very much like the first practice. We're going to be checking in on our hunger with mindfulness, but we're going to be doing it in a way that we get ourselves to feel more hungry than usual. In order to do that, we're going to skip a meal or two, or maybe even three. Now, if we take medications that can drop our blood sugars dangerously low, say like some diabetes medicines like insulin, we should avoid doing this without checking in with our doctors first. Now, this practice is especially important if we have a strong sense of hunger, even when we eat regularly. Our awareness of hunger would be quite incomplete without experiencing just how strong our hunger can be when we haven't eaten for a while. And because our hunger sensations can be even more unpleasant during this practice, we need to be especially mindful of being curious and non judgmental as we do this. We want to be with our hunger instead of trying to change it or react to it. So, again, schedule times to check in with your hunger throughout the day using the chart that's provided. The guided body scan for hunger awareness that we're going to use in this practice is the same practice as the first practice. So we can use the same video if we want to. This is an abbreviated hunger awareness body scan. I soften my gaze or I close my eyes and I turn my attention towards my body. I'm sitting in a chair and I let my body settle into it, and I let the chair and the floor support my body, and I focus on the places where my body contacts these surfaces, noticing the sensations that come up in these places. And then I turn my attention to my breath. I notice how the air comes in through my nostrils and down my windpipe into my lungs, and I notice how my belly rises and falls. And I let my attention rest at my abdomen and how it rises and falls with each breath. And as my belly rises and falls, I pay attention to the sensations I have there. Are there any sensations that my body is sending me, telling me that I'm hungry, that my body needs some food? And not just the sensations that I have inside, but I use my other senses. Are there any sounds that my body is making, telling me that I'm hungry? Are these familiar sensations or signals that I have felt before? Are they new? And if my body is telling me that I'm hungry, how hungry am I? And if any thoughts or emotions come up during this time, I acknowledge them. I'm friendly and I'm gentle towards them, and I don't label them good or bad. And I turn my attention back to my belly. And if any thoughts or emotions come up during this hunger awareness body scan, I do the same thing. I gently acknowledge them and I turn my attention back to my body. And now I shift my attention to my head and I pay attention to my face, my lips, and my eyes. my cheeks, my nose, my forehead, and the top of my head, and the sides of my head, and the back of my head, and my head resting on my neck. Are there any signals that my body is sending me, telling me I'm hungry from up here? Are they familiar? Are they new? And again, I ask myself, how hungry am I? Now I turn my attention to these sensations I have in my head and in my belly and in the rest of my body. And I look for any sensations or signals of my body telling me that it's hungry. Is it familiar? Is it new? And putting all that together, my belly, my head, and the rest of my body, I ask myself, how hungry am I? And now I widen my gaze or I open my eyes and I take in my surroundings. And as I bring this practice to a close, I think of a number on the hunger awareness scale. And as I think of that number, I think about why it isn't something higher or lower, and all the sensations that went into me choosing that number. And there isn't a right or wrong answer. We're being curious and non judgmental through all of this. As we continue with this practice of hunger awareness body scans, we're really making it our own, something that we can do without formal guidance. And for some of us, that will feel natural and we'll pick up on signals and sensations even quicker. And for some of us, it'll be more difficult and it will feel awkward for a while. And both are okay. We're being kind and without judgment of ourselves as we do this. And this is the end of this hunger awareness body scan. Thanks for joining me for this session of mindfulness training. And check out the other sessions as well, and also the companion resources that I've put together to help you explore and enjoy the benefits of mindfulness.